So welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to cover the new series on my channel. Now I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to reveal this tank. I've got a lot of messages from the last video I did on the reveal or the trailer for this tank, which is something which I don't normally do or don't normally see a lot of YouTubers, especially in this hobby on YouTube, do. So I thought that was a bit different and something a bit unique, which you don't see a lot on fish YouTube channels. And I just couldn't help myself because I've been dying to post pictures on Facebook of corals or things like this in the tank, and I can't do that until I film this video and upload it to YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do because I cannot wait any longer. So this tank is a 2-foot cube. It's actually an Aqua Evolution 2-foot cube aquarium, roughly about 60 gallons. Now I actually picked this tank up from Cracking Corals in Clayton Lee Moors near Blackburn. As you guys have not visited there, go and visit their Facebook page. Their shop is absolutely awesome, and it's got to be one of those go-to hobbyist shops to go to, basically. But this tank, as you can see, is just tops it off for me. It's got to be the best reef tank I've ever owned, and basically it's a reef tank which I can call a reef tank. Now in previous videos I've called my tanks reef tanks, and basically it's had 1 or 2 soft corals in. Nothing major. This tank has got soft LPS as well as anemones in there, which obviously are not corals, but have the appearance of corals. So some equipment we're running on the tank is a RW8 wave maker for flow, as well as 2 Eheim return pumps, the 100 litre per hour. In the back there's 2 return pumps in the back of the sump, and for lighting we're using a max spec Razor 120 watt LED light, which is suitable for soft LPS as well as LPS coral. So for heating for this tank we have a Eheim Jaeger 200 watt heater, which I've got to say is the most reliable heater I've ever owned. There is more brands of heaters which are a lot more reliable than the Jaeger, but out of all the brands what I could find from my local fish store as well as what I already own, the Eheim one is the most reliable and keeps the temperature exactly where it should be. So that's the reason I've chose to put it in this aquarium. Now I also have another heater in there which actually comes provided with the aquarium. Now what I've done is I simply placed that in the back as well as a backup heater, but it's not turned on. Basically, when I think about is there a heater in the back of this tank, I just think that there's one. So basically I forget about the other heater. So in case of an emergency or anything like that, I will have made sure I've not used that heater for another aquarium, which I tend to do quite often. Is I'll get a heater as a backup for a tank and end up setting another one and using that heater. This way, because I can't see into the sump, I've basically forgot about this heater, so I won't use it for any other tanks, so I know it's definitely there in case of an emergency. So I want to go with some coral and fish in this tank. Now we have some green mushrooms as well as a pink candy cane. We also have a green candy cane as well in this tank. We also have red mushrooms, I believe, as well as a Minimax anemone, and also the toadstool, which you guys have seen from previous videos. So basically we have an assortment of soft and LPS corals as well as some anemones which are on there, which really give the tank a good variety. Now I want to get some more LPS coral for this tank, some special euthalias like some hammers, some torches, especially wall hammers is on my list of favourite corals. The anemones I'm not so much interested in. I was hoping maybe the clowns would host the anemone, but they're not really particularly interested, so it is a gutting factor, but it's something which I was really too much interested in. So now I'm going to cover the filtration for this tank. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to film a video on this, but basically we have 4 chambers. One chamber has filter floss, The second has biological media as well as heating. The third has chemical, and the fourth is the return section. Basically, that's as much detail as I'm going to go into the sump, because basically I want to cover a video on the sump entirely, so I don't want to go too much into it. Basically, it's a back sump with 4 chambers. So I want to talk about some future plans for this tank. Now, I've not had a chance to rescape this tank since I got the rock from a fellow hobbyist. Now, I really want to rescape the tank because I feel as though it looks bulked up and not a lot of space, which is never a good look. Hopefully, I'm planning on putting some more rock into the sump, basically to allow me to keep the amount of rock I've got, and it'll just basically free up some space for the fish to swim. Some more future plans are to get some LPS coral and other corals as well, maybe SPS in the future, but who knows. So basically, I'm going to leave the video here. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, like I said, don't forget to subscribe for more videos on this 60-gallon reef tank. Plus, I've done 76-gallon, and I also do freshwater videos as well. So don't forget to check them out, and I will see you guys in another video. Now, don't forget to check out the sponsors to the channel, Cheap Frags Facebook page, as well as BB2 Marine Blackburn. As well as that, if you're a member of Cheap Frags Facebook page, you get 10% off the sponsors to the Facebook page, which is also BB2 Marine's Blackburn. So, to get 10% off corals and fish, don't forget to go over there and give the page a like.